So Stan, I have $1,400 to start a clothing brand. What would you do with that money? Well, in this video, what I decided to do is ask a friend who has some industry insight. You guys got questions and I've got answers. You guys are watching Ask Stan the Man. How you guys doing? My name is Stan Basement T-Shirts, side hustle, and I help people start t-shirt businesses from home or wherever you at. And in this video, I'm going to bring along my guy. You got to wait till after the intro to find out who it is, but he's going to help you guys budget out your money to start a brand for $1,400 right after the intro. Okay, let's jump right into it. But before we do, you guys know what I need you to do for me. If you're not subscribed already, I don't know why you're just watching and not clicking that subscribe button, because I got content like this all the time. And yes, I mean all the time. And I know you watch it. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that post notification bell, because I make videos like this all the time and you do not want to miss out. But most importantly, man, I bring along Jon Phenom to give you guys some industry insight from a different perspective. So go down in the description below, man. Follow him on Instagram, subscribe to his YouTube channel. He has a wealth of knowledge if you want to start a brand. And if you're not following and subscribed to him, then y'all just figure that you don't want to start a brand. One thing I will say before I let him take this whole video away, man, is I did not have any formal training. Everything that I learned was just from the muscle. I would just try different things and I figured out what worked for me. And that's what I ended up bringing to YouTube. Well, this guy has worked for brands, has had the craziest job titles in the industry, and this is one of many collaborations. So we're gonna give you guys a lot of content here in 2021, so make sure you go ahead and follow him. And I won't be back after this video after he gets going. So this has been your boy Stan Basement T-Shirts, side hustle. Peace.
Boom. Hey Stan, it's a good question. Thank you for letting me have a feature on the channel. I appreciate it. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jon Phenom. I've been designing apparel here in Los Angeles for over 20 years. The last 3 companies that I worked for, I was a director of some sort, so creative director, and brand director. So I basically guided the process from trending and forecasting, design, and then actual production, mass production of the brand, bringing it to trade show or bringing it to our retail base, and then fulfillment. So all the phases of kind of running a multi-million-dollar clothing brand. So many phases of fashion that I've worked with, and I've shared all in my channels, like design, production, marketing, and sales. In any case, $1,400 is what we're talking about and how to spend it if you were to break ground using that amount of money for your brand. I prepared 3 different variations of a budget plan that I would put together in terms of a launching with that amount, because I think there's 3 different ways that you can handle the production or the making of the product. So let's get right into it. The first plan I'm gonna call the home press plan, because we're gonna do the production ourselves with the heat press, and this is almost an homage to Stan. So $600 starts us off with the home press package, right? And this is right off of Stan's suggestion. So 15 by 15 heat press, we're gonna go $460 for that. A temperature gun, I'm just rounding up to $35, and then transfers from the transfer company of your choice. So whether it's Top Transfer, Super Color, which is very popular, or any of the transfer brands that Stan likes or Stan might cover in that world, $100 to get those transfers going and your designs ready to produce. Next, $180 for Shopify, and I budget that to get us through the first 6 months without worrying about the next monthly payment. So we set that aside. And then the next thing I'm gonna talk about is like a packaging bundle, but basically hang tags, and we're gonna put that at $40. A label gun, we're gonna say $10. Stickers, so making custom stickers for your brand, we'll say $100. And a poly mailer, like a black poly mailer, something low-key but smooth, let's just say $30 for that. So that brings us to $180. The next part of it is a design budget. I'm setting aside $300. Now, $300 is a small amount, but I still feel you can find good quality designs at that price. And maybe you jump into the mix as well, trying to help with the design, or maybe you pay for different variations of the design where you can flip and turn those into additional designs. So all in all, that brings us to $1,260. With the remaining $140, I would spend the rest of that on promo or promotional. So we're trying to gift maybe micro influencers some of the items that you have, so hopefully they plug it on their Instagram or wear it on YouTube or wear it on their stream, so you can get additional push and additional press for awareness for your brand. So I'm basically changing out the home press situation, the $600 up top. I'm switching that out in the next 2 plans. So the second plan I want to talk about is the POD plan, or the product on demand. You can think of a DTG company also for that. For product on demand, I always talk about the third-party companies because they're such a big part of production for apparel nowadays. So think Teespring, Printful, and Printify. Those kind of companies provide product on demand where they offer the production of the designs, and they'll also do fulfillment. So they're gonna ship it directly to your customer. So I've said before in videos, I believe you can launch a brand using them, in which you're just looking for proof of concept, which is a big factor that I talk about on my channel. So proof of concept is just making sure people want to buy the brand, they like the logo, they want to see more from the brand, and the demand is there, and you can keep selling out of your initial drops of your design. So because the home press situation, that $600, there's a hole there because they're going to take of it. Let's just say Printful is going to take care of all the screen printing and embroidery if you're doing hats and t-shirts. Now you have $600 to play with. I would basically maybe take some of that money and put it into the design, or pad the other places where you will, but the lion's share of that $600 I would put into target marketed paid ads. So I would start really looking for my targeting groups in Facebook ads and Instagram ads to kind of spread awareness of your brand, along with any other strategies you might have. Maybe pad the promo budget a little bit so you can send more of your product to other influencers. Third and last variation, I saved this for last, traditional vendors. So if you're taking your shirts for someone else to screen print and make a committed amount of produced units for each design, we're talking about going with a screen printer, a vendor to make your t-shirts, and a vendor to embroider your hats if you do hat embroidery. And so basically we're gonna take that $600 that we have for the home press, and we put all of that towards production with these 2 different vendors, or it could be the same vendor if they do t-shirts and hats in the same shop. So one question you might ask is, why would I go with a traditional vendor? With growing a brand, you wanna get it to the point where you're doing hundreds of designs getting sold of one design, right? 100 units, 200 units getting sold of one design. So when you get to that point, you want to begin to outsource a vendor. All the brands that I've worked for, multi-million-dollar functioning brands, do it this way, although it is challenging and difficult. Again, we're looking for proof of concept. Once that's proven, then we hand off to another vendor who just focuses on shirts all day, just focuses on embroidery for hats all day, and then we move on to other vendors and we concentrate on the other parts of the business like marketing and sales and fulfillment, not only with the customer, but maybe even a retailer at that point. Woo! That was a lot. I hoped it helped you guys, but we did it. That's what it would look like for a launch off with $1,400 if you want to get that surplus money working for you to starting a brand. If you guys needed help on anything, other solutions, I have a shop called Clothing Brand Academy. On CBA, I sell tech packs. I sell template documents for your office and for your brand. And I also have courses. So I just dropped a course on starting with t-shirts and hats, and it outlines exactly what I was talking about, going from a traditional vendor point of view of launching your brand. But check out CBA, see if there's anything there that can help you. Thank you, Stan, for having me on your channel. I appreciate it. Let's continue to collab many times this year, and I will see you guys on the next video.